Hi, and welcome to day 20 of our 21-day challenge. We're nearly at the end, and this is so exciting. It's been such an amazing journey as I've co-traveled with each one of you and shared so much with all of you. I love the kind of joy and gratitude that I've seen blossoming out of each one of you. So let's get started with today. Before we actually get into the session, I'm Vidisha Kaushal, your coach and catalyst in creating a conscious life. So hang in there right till the end because there's some very interesting insights coming up today, and the topic itself is very interesting. So I'm going to start with telling you a short little story. It's one of my favorite stories. I find it very cute. So this is a story which is written by Pedro Pablo, and it is called The Mirror with a Malfunction. Okay, so there was a little boy once upon a time who belonged to a very rich family. His parents were affluent and therefore they could actually buy whatever they wanted to for him. The toys and sweets and chocolates and just about everything that you can imagine, this boy had it. And so he wasn't really, nothing would really excite him except things which were unusual. So, for example, something which was antique would excite him, or something which was very curious, some curious object would actually excite him. So, because of this, he actually chanced upon a mirror, which looked like an antique ancient mirror, and he really got intrigued by it. So, he asked his parents for this mirror, and he bought it and brought it home eventually, hung it on the wall, looked at himself, and gave a big grin. And when he looked in the mirror, he saw a very sad boy. So he felt strange and he started making faces in front of the mirror, crazy kind of faces, silly kind of faces. And then he looked at the mirror and again he saw a very sad boy. So he got really upset and he said, "Why is this mirror showing me such an upset reflection of me?" And he looked at himself and he looked at the mirror and he kept trying to make various kinds of faces, but nothing worked. So he decided this is really bad mirror. For the first time in my life, I've seen a mirror with a malfunction. So he decided that he's going to get rid of the mirror since it's of no use. And he was really bored with it. So he decided to go and play. So when he went out, he was going to the park to play. And on the way, he saw a little boy who was crying. He was crying his heart out. And so what happened was this little boy looked at this child and said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I've lost my parents. I don't know where they are." So they started looking for the parents, both of them together. And because this little boy was crying so much, he landed up buying him sweets and buying him toys just to placate him. Till finally, they actually solved the problem. And once they solved the problem, he realized that he was running really late now and he couldn't go to the park. So he comes back home, he enters his room, and he sees this light coming from inside of his room. So he goes up to, the corner in his room where the light was coming from, and he realizes as he stands in front of the mirror that it is light which his being is radiating. And he looked at the mirror, he saw the most joyful, radiant little boy standing in front of him. And that is the day he realized what this mirror is here to tell him, that uh, any day actually that he would look at himself and look at a very sad boy, he knew exactly what to do. So now you know from the little story what the theme of my session today is. It's all about sharing. It's all about giving and receiving and the joy of it, really. And what better times than now to think about it, when the value of material things is there, but it's only that much there. Eventually, we're all realizing that there is so much joy in sharing, there is so much joy in contributing as well. So, just like the little boy, we got to discover the radiant selves, the ones that feel so much joy by sharing. And so we're going to talk about sharing. Sharing what? Some of you might think, I'm locked up in my house. What the hell can I share sitting here? You'd be surprised how much you can share. So sharing is not limited to things which have to be extravagant. Sharing could be of so many kinds. Is sharing a part of your life? And if it is, put it down in the comments. Share your thoughts on how you have been contributing or sharing things. And when you write that, you will truly inspire other people also to do that. So, what all can you share? First things first, you can actually share your time and your presence. Now, when you bring your presence to somebody, you bring your whole mental, physical presence. That's such a gift, isn't it? In today's times, when people sit with you and they're on their gadgets, it saddens me to see couples, to see families in restaurants where members of the family are on their gadgets, children are on tabs, and the whole point of the togetherness, the whole point of enjoying the meal together is sadly lost. So, these times, as we stand in the times of quarantine today, these are a wonderful reminder of the importance of togetherness, of hugs, and spending time together and enjoying meals at restaurants. So, as you spend time and full presence with somebody, you'll notice a magical change happening in the energy between you and the other person. For example, if you've been around a child, your own child or somebody else's, and you've been partly attentive and partly not, try bringing your whole presence and share your full presence with the person. Share your time with somebody. So after this video, pause and make a call to somebody that you've not spoken to in a long, long time. And make sure you spread a lot of joy to that person. It doesn't matter how that person is, you spread joy to that person. So you can give the gift of your time, you can give the gift of your presence. Sometimes you don't need to do anything, just be there for another person. These are wonderful ways in which you can share sitting right where you are, sitting at home right now. What else can you share? You can share skills. You can share the gifts that you bring onto this planet. So, are you an excellent listener? If you are, how about offering this gift to others? How about saying to people who might be distraught or people in the family or friends that 5 to 6, if you feel upset or if something is bothering you, just give me a call. I'm here to listen. What a precious gift. Imagine the kind of deep listening that you can do, and that's a beautiful gift to give to someone. So it's very similar to what I'm doing. This is what I have been given. These are my gifts. Therefore, I'm sharing them with you today. I'm sitting at home, you're sitting at home, and what better use to make of these gifts where I can just offer them on a platter to you and you can just take it all in depending on how much you're willing to pick up. So you can share your skills, you can share whatever gifts you bring into this lifetime. And the gifts don't have to be big things. They could be things like the gift of listening, the gift of actually, making somebody happy, the gift of cracking jokes. You could have a knack for actually playing games, and that's a beautiful gift. I have a friend who hosts these wonderful games, and he's truly gifted with that. So ask yourself, what is my gift and how can I offer it to the world? That's how this 21-day journey began. And look what you're getting out of it. So, similarly, you can pass it forward. And of course, the gift of wealth also. The gift of wealth is a very, very beautiful and wonderful gift to give. So, whatever be your income, whatever be your level of money that is flowing in, think about what you can contribute to somebody who truly needs it. Maybe it could be workers who have not been paid since many days. Maybe it could be by paying your domestic workers the full salary, and that's a wonderful way to contribute. Maybe you could contribute towards certain NGOs or whatever calls out to you. So, contributing wealth is so, so important because it is another wonderful resource, and you contribute to the life of another person that you've never even met, that you don't even know. How beautiful is that? That's the kind of giving we want to do. That's the kind of sharing we want to do. What else can we share? We can actually share certain very cute little things like compliments. How about saying something nice to someone at home? Sometimes we're so good at saying these things to people outside, but what about the people at home? How about giving a compliment, telling somebody, what you cooked is really nice, or thank you for doing this, or thank you for doing that. It can create so much joy for both of you. So you can share things like compliments, you can share a smile, you can share a conversation with someone. Just call up somebody, like I said, and you will be there for them fully. So that's a beautiful gift to give. So why should we be sharing? Any idea why we should be sharing? I want you to put your thoughts down in the comments. Why do you think sharing is so important? Of course, I'm going to share. I'm going to share how important sharing is, but I want to hear your thoughts also. So put that down in the comments. Why do you think sharing is important? Now, understand one thing: whatever we give out, we first need to have it, right? So, whatever I am filled with, my life becomes an experience of that. If I'm giving joy, that means I'm dwelling in the energy of joy. If I'm giving abundance, that means I'm dwelling in the energy of abundance. So, whatever I give out, I dwell in. Remember that. That's the first benefit. The second benefit is that whatever I give out, it comes back to me manifold, right? When I give out a certain energy, I receive that energy back and I get it many, many times. Try this with something negative also. You do something that you feel guilty about. You do something that you define as bad, and sure enough, you start experiencing a cycle of give and take. It's a very similar thing. It's the same principle for everything in life. The universe doesn't have a moral science compass. It has a neutral energy force, and we can choose how we apply it. So, whatever we give out, it actually comes back to us. It may not come back from the same place where we gave it, but it is going to come back. And third, and most importantly, whatever you did in the past is the cause of what you're experiencing right now at some level or the other, at your conscious or subconscious level. And whatever seeds you're sowing now are going to be the cause of your future. So you want to be careful about the kind of seeds you are sowing for your future life, isn't it? So be careful, and that's a beautiful benefit of actually sharing. So, with that, I think we're all clear about how important sharing is, because these three things themselves are like laws. And if you follow them, your life is filled with abundance and with joy and with contributions pouring in. Sometimes you'll be receiving, and you'll say, God knows where this came from. And you'll be amazed at how it poured into your life. So, it's a cycle of giving and receiving. Your assignments for today: number one is to call up somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time and spread joy, right? Your second assignment is to give the gift of a compliment to somebody. It could be somebody that you talk to on the phone, it could be somebody here. I'm complimenting all of you. You guys have done a great job. So that's my compliment to you. And you can even compliment people at home. That's very important. The three assignments for today. The third one is to contribute wealth. If you can, whatever be the amount, contribute that, especially if you want this energy to grow in your life. Whatever energy you give out, that grows. So contribute wealth, whether it is $5, $10, 100 rupees, whatever it is, whatever works out for you, contribute wealth in some shape or form. So I hope this makes things easy to implement, because it's a very vast topic and we can quite get lost in the ocean of good intentions but not actually do something. So follow these three action items that you've been given and you'll feel fulfilled. And when you do that, please share in the comments. Come back here and let everybody know how you felt. Okay. Is this making sense to you? If it is, do share your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. This makes perfect sense, so that I know we can talk more about this in future videos. So with that, let's wind up with a beautiful meditation for today. So sit comfortably. Allow your body to become totally relaxed. Be as much at ease as you can be. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, feel the breath entering your body. As you breathe out, feel all the stress leaving your body. Feel the calm core within you, to which each breath is connecting you. And as you enter this calm, centered space, silently let this resonate within you. I joyously give out to life, and life generously gives back to me. Repeat this in your own mind. I joyously give out to life, and life generously gives back to me. As I contribute to the ocean of abundance, the ocean of abundance gives plenty to me. Let this resonate in every cell within you. This energy of abundance. When I give without conditions and expectations. And the ocean of abundance gives back to me without conditions, without expectations. I share my presence. I share my time. I share my wealth and I share my joys. Feel these energies moving out of you into the ocean of abundance and coming back to you. The gift of presence, the gift of time, going from you and coming back to you. The gift of wealth, circulating out and in. And the gift of joy, infinite true joy. I allow myself to be an instrument of the divine. The divine gives through me and receives through me. I am life and life loves me. And so it is. Slowly, you can bring yourself back to your body. Let yourself give yourself a good stretch. Let yourself come back to the room and open your eyes at your own pace. Welcome back. Welcome back. And stay in this beautiful zone as long as you want to. Stay in the energy of the ocean of abundance. You can dip into this anytime you want to. You can contribute to this anytime you want to. Stay blessed. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Remember that you are the abundance that you always seek. If you haven't subscribed, of course, do that right away. You don't want to miss the goodness that is coming your way. Our videos will continue, not as the 21-day challenge after tomorrow, but in another format. So I'd love to hear from all of you what topics you might want me to address, and I'll make sure that I have them on my list. Take care of yourselves. Bye.